Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about personal records, setting PRs, basically everything you need to know about PRs, how often to try to attempt them, how to warm up, so on and so forth. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so I asked for questions today on my Massive Iron Facebook group, and you can find that link below. And I got a question about personal records. So a few things clicked in my head, some information that I wanted to get out to you guys, and I'll try to remember it all in this video. The first thing I want to say is that there is an obsession with trying to set PRs too frequently. Now, I'm not going to be the guy that tells you you should never try to set a PR unless you're at a powerlifting meet. Lifting is fun. Do whatever the heck you want. With that said, there's really no point in trying to set PRs too frequently. Maybe 2 to 3 times a year at most. Really with squats and deadlifts, that's about the most I would do it, maybe a couple times a year. Bench press is a little bit more forgiving. Now that's a point I want to make in this video as well. Sometimes when it comes to PR attempts or lifting or exercises in general, we like to pretend, or members of the lifting community like to pretend, and they do this, this is a misguided thought, that all exercises are equal. All exercises are not equal. Attempting a 1 rep max attempt on bench press is usually less forgiving than squats or deadlifts. With that said, if your squat and deadlift form are not up to par, attempting a 1 rep max is really just asking for injury. So the baseline here, before you even think about setting 1 rep max attempts, you need to have somebody that knows what they're doing, critique your form, help you work on form, and you better damn well make sure your exercise form is rock solid before you start venturing into the testing your 1 rep max obsession. Now, with that said, we've established how frequently to test it. Bench, you could probably test it every 2 months if you wanted to, but squats and deads, I don't recommend more than 2 to 3 times a year. How should you train leading up to a PR attempt? Well, I see far too many guys trying to lift heavy, low rep sets year round. I really don't recommend this. I recommend, even powerlifters, old school powerlifters, even powerlifters have off seasons where they're doing volume training or power building training or muscle building training. And this is a wise thing to do. When you decide you want to build up to a PR attempt, you might want to do an 8 to 10 week block of muscle building or power building, and then maybe do a 6 to 8 week peaking program where you're peaking up to a 1 rep max attempt. You're going from more volume down to a lower volume and a greater intensity over time. And intensity is your weight relative to your 1 rep max. So over time, you're pulling back on the training volume while you're increasing the intensity, which is leading you to a peak attempt. There's many ways to peak. Many powerlifting programs, 6, 8, 10, even 12, 14-week powerlifting cycles out there. I'm not going to get into that in this video. Just know that it can be a good idea to peak. You probably don't need to even peak 6 weeks. You could probably just do a quick 4-week peak if you don't like to spend too much time on the powerlifting end of things or the heavier set type of thing. So you could lift for 10, 12, 14, 16 weeks and then maybe peak for 4 weeks. Now, do you need to peak before you go for a 1 rep max attempt? Well, for bench press, probably not. But I think it's a good idea for all lifts to spend time just ramping a little bit up in intensity so you can get the feeling for how it feels to have that heavy weight on your back or in your hands as you approach as you start to use a heavier and heavier weight. I think it's a good idea. I think it's reasonable as lifters that we don't just jump from training where we're doing 70 to 75% of our 1 rep max week in and week out for volume all the way up to 100%. It's just asking for injury, in my opinion. You should take some time to build up to it. Now, let's talk about how to set an actual PR, and this is outside of the realm of a powerlifting meet. Basically, when you're warming up, you want to bring the temperature up in your muscles. You also, the most important thing is you want to prime your central nervous system without fatiguing the body. You want to wake up your central nervous system so you're recruiting a maximal amount of muscle fibers. So the best way to do this, or in my opinion, one of the best ways to do this, it's not the only way, but this is my method. When I'm going for a PR attempt on bench press, I will go in and do the bar for a couple sets of 10. Then I'll do like 135 for a set of 10. I'll jump up to 225 for a set of 5, 275 for a set of 3, 315 for a single, and then from there on out I'll do singles. So I start with the bar to get my body temperature up, to get the muscles, blood in the muscles a little bit. I'll jump up to the a lighter weight and do that for 10 reps. If you don't have a really heavy lift, it might just be 95 pounds on the bench. For squats and deadlifts, it's probably 135 by 10. Then you start to ramp up slowly. Some of you can't make the jump from 135 to 225. You might have to go up from 135 to 185 to 225. But you basically want to work down in reps from like 8 to 10 to 5 to 7 to about 3. And then when you get to singles, you just want to run singles out. And at that point, you're trying to wake up your central nervous system or prime your central nervous system. If your bench press is about 225 pounds, for example, and you're trying to go for a new 1-rep max on your bench, you might want to do the bar for 2 sets of 10, jump up to 95 pounds on the bar for maybe 10, then do 135 for 5, maybe do 165 for 3, then maybe 185 for 1, 205 for 1, and then it's time to go for your 1-rep max attempt. So you want to get some volume in early on with a real lighter weight just to get in the groove, see how your body is feeling, because that's an important thing as well. If you don't take time to warm up properly and do a little bit of volume with a very light amount of weight, you can't always see how your body's feeling on that given day. And sometimes you might be warming up and be like, oh, my elbow feels like crap, or my knee's a little off today, or just something unexpected isn't right, and that is a good indicator that you should probably not be going for a 1-rep max attempt on that day. So that's it, 1-rep max information, when to set a PR, how to peak for a PR. If you guys have any information I've left out, just drop that down below. If you feel I left some information out, just drop that down below. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. If you need form help, head over to my website, superlivingtoday.com. I provide an assessment service that is linked down below as well. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.